At one point in time, I had a lot of money. I had a jet plane, I had a helicopter.
I watched your documentary. You was beautiful, baby. How you shaved and everything. Yeah. The hair. Oh,
those were the good old bad days. The good old bad days, I call them. But I had everything at a young age. I was 29, 30 years old. And then I took a bad fall. Lost everything, just about. In some ways, you could relate to that. You had the same thing. What motivated you to come back? Or did you think you can come back? Or
absolutely.
Did it destroy you?
I'm from the school of Cus D'Amato. You know, I want to be up more than anybody want me to be down. People always come back around. Else, the people that give you the most problem, eventually they die. And then things change. And people start liking you again. That's all I have. It's just as an organization, you know, like some kind of Me Too movement. Just any movement. I'm not picking on you two, but just any movement just against you. And then that movement decimate. Next thing you know, hey, I'm Mike Tyson again. But there's always somebody that wants to fight you and keep you low. And I learned from Confucius, don't even spit on me when I turn my back because I'm ahead of them. Nobody's gonna stop me, Mike. I don't care about one leg, two leg, fuck everybody. Fuck you, motherfucker. That's how I look at it. If you're not smart enough to be my friend, fuck you.
You know, it's funny, you say steal. I'm in church and I'm speaking, and the pastor gets crazy and my wife gets crazy, and I say, listen, I said, I'm gonna be honest with you, all of you. I said, you know, I stole a lot of money from the government, I defrauded them. I have no moral issue with defrauding the government out of taxes. No moral issue whatsoever, because I think I'll do better with the money than they will, right? But I'm not gonna do it because I'm not gonna get locked up again, I'm not gonna jeopardize my family, but it's just, I don't know if that's the wrong way of thinking. I don't know if it's a crazy way of thinking, but that's how I feel.
Mike, listen. I'm the kind of guy, I'm open to all religion and everything. But listen, I'm not going to talk to no reverend that never been to prison. I ain't going to talk to no imam that never been to prison. I ain't going to talk to no rabbi that never been to prison. He can't tell me shit. I'm going to listen. I mean, it's not. I don't know, he might be saying the right shit. I'm not going to listen. I need a motherfucker that been fucked up like me. Not gonna listen to him. That's just true who I am.
Experience.
Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to these guys that had a perfect fucking life.
Well, you know, when I say that in church, you know what they do? They clap.
Yeah, that's real talk.
Yeah. People, you know, they believe that.
Yeah, you went through the test. You got that testimony. Everybody haven't been through the test. That's why everybody, they got no fucking testimony.
They have no testimony. Right.
No testimony. Right. They ain't go by the test. You gotta take a test, man.
You ever speak to any of these young kids?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They think somebody's gonna give them some money. Nobody's gonna give you nothing unless you're suffering. And, you know, money comes with blood. Yes, you know what I mean. They exchange. You know, they exist together. You're not sweating blood. You're not getting money.
Yeah, you're right.
I was training Mike for a period back a bunch of years ago, and after training, I'd like, we're done, clean up, get ready to go pack up the gym. Like, where's Mike? Where's Mike? I'd find him, we were at a school where they had a boxing gym set up, and it was summertime. And I walk around, I hear all these kids laughing, and I hear this whole commotion. I see Mike in there, there's special ed kids that were in wheelchairs, and they had challenges. And he's in there just really kissing them, loving them, and playing with games and doing all this stuff. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, Tommy, Tommy goes, this is what I want to do. I want to work with kids. I love this. But look at all these sweet kids. They're so innocent. So your core, like you're helping other people, that's a part of you.
Now listen, Mike, right? This is what Tommy doesn't know. Like you look, these are special kids, these are special needs. I was in class with these motherfuckers. I'm a special ed. I'm not a special ed motherfucker. So I know it, but I'm not a special ed. Just I'm not interested in what they're teaching me. So I'm stuck in the special ed room with, nothing coming down, and they expect me to be doing this shit, right? I'm not coming back. I robbed a teacher. I remember I took a purse, and then I didn't stop coming, man. I only came to school to rob people, to steal teachers' money, just rob the teachers or something. I understand. I just went to get breakfast, then I went out with the street robbing, then come back, get lunch, go back out robbing and stuff again, then come back and pick up books and go home, then go back out robbing again.
Thank God for boxing. The salvation of
But you know that
boxing.
life, right?
100%.
All day, getting into fights like 3
100%.
times a day, fighting all day, right?
Yeah.
It's getting into fights, robbing people. Sometimes you rob a person's house and you leave the house and the people see you coming out there, motherfucker, you running with this stuff and they're chasing you. Oh, shit. Oh, they getting close, you start dropping shit off, running. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That career, okay, just pause for a second. That career must not have been so good because his rap sheet was so long. And at 10 and a half, 11 years old, they're sending him upstate New York where his new life begins.
30 times by the time I was 11.
By the time you were 11.
Yeah. I look at my son's 10 years old. I said, I can't imagine him punching somebody, snatching somebody's chain or going to somebody's house, somebody would kill him, molest him. I mean, just, how the fuck, what can I say? I'm an animal. I look at my wife,
10 years old.
I said, baby, I think I'm an animal, baby. I think I'm a fucking
But you
animal.
did what you had to do, right, to survive.
Yeah, but we
nothing.
loved doing that shit. It wasn't about you had to survive.
Yeah.
We loved doing that shit. You know, it was a
lot of guys in the neighborhood.
Listen, it's like welfare. We don't have to work. This is our job: stealing money, robbing
right.
people.
Yeah, but think about you're 10 years old thinking about I got to provide, I got to work. I need something.
I'm 10 years old. I'm gonna get me some clothes. I want to buy me a motorbike and stuff. Well, you know, right? We don't want no fucking. We don't care. We don't think about our pornos. We just want whatever clothes we see Jordache jeans on television. We want our little moped bikes and stuff and look cool.
Right.
Our clothes for the girls. We just being friendly with the girls.
Right.
Every now and then you're chilling out, and I know you know this, when you're chilling out in front of people, you got your new clothes on, your bike outside, you like that. Next thing a cop car comes up, boop, and grab your ass and throw you in the car. You know, they throw you in the fucking car. Everybody in the street, look, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
You think you got away with everything. This happened a week ago. The cops should come back, grab you, throw you in the car out of no fucking way. You know, everybody just around hanging out, they just come right to you. I didn't know me.
Damn, they got Mike.
That's right. And they come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
You out there shooting, there's a bunch of the friends, there's 40 people out there, boom, stop, grab you, hey, come in here, Mike, boom, they know your name, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And then everybody carries on as if it didn't.
Oh, and then
like he's gone,
they
he's
said,
still hanging out laughing.
They said, what did he do? How did he, you know, people start talking, but they say, fuck, Mike got arrested again? I was one of those guys, Mike, I'm gonna tell you, you know, because I used to fly pigeons. I used to always steal people's pigeons and rob somebody's store or something. And people would just see me, guys that had pigeons. I never robbed them, but they would just see me walk by, but they knew I robbed everybody. They see me walking, just kick me right in my ass, you motherfucker. I never even did nothing to them, but they knew I robbed them.
They knew your reputation,
motherfucker. Yeah, I was one of those guys, Mike.
Can you imagine? No, man. That's why, you know, things happen in life that just save us. Just really save us. I mean, you know, when you talk about, you know, you're growing up and then, boom, there's Cus, and all of a sudden, everything
What did
changes.
that old man say to me to make me stop?
Yeah.
He brought out from you something that was inside, that was buried. That's what mentors do.
Fucking mean motherfuckers, everything. He brought out everything, but I need to bring everything out to be successful in what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
But like you ask about great coaches, well, I don't care if you're John Wooden or Newt Rockne or Vince Lombardi. There was people, mentors. You could be a baseball coach at the high level or below. When you're mentoring and helping youth, and even there's kids that go to military disciplinary camps, right? For instead of jail, they'll put them into reform schools and a lot of structure and PT. Well, it changes their life. It gives them discipline, gives them focus, gives them an outlet. It gives them a direction. It gives them an opportunity. And that's what great coaches, mentors do. And then Cus did it at a whole new level, taking kids that are troubled, mixed up, confused, and giving them that purpose, developing character, and helping them become all that they can be. He did it again and again.
It's like this. You come, man, to this.
Yeah.
You know, you go, you're the street, and then boom, focus. Waiting for him to say attack.
And he just had that presence about him. And I know guys like that. They just have a presence about him that just...
He was uncompromising.
You don't know what happened.
Yeah.
It just stops you cold.
It's fear.
Yeah.
You know, you want to say it's respect, but it's fear. It's fear. And he's an old man. You can kick him around. He can't beat you physically, but it's still fear. Everything he says, it matters to me. I don't want him to say... I don't want him to call me a tomato can, because that matters to me.
See how it now? Did you know much about his background?
Nothing.
Nothing. So it's just something that clicked.
Something that no one could do. It's something about him that hit my core in me. It told me to listen to him, obey him.
Wow, think about that. Didn't know anything about him, really, his reputation or anything else, just his presence. It's amazing how people can come into your life like that and you don't know where it came from.
Yeah, well, and you start to dig into that history.
Yeah.
And as I get older, I started saying, who was that guy? Recently I started, who the fuck was that guy? Got all these people respecting me.
And how many years were you really around
7
him?
years.
7?
7 years. He didn't see me become champ. Like 8 months before I became.
But he made you the champ.
Before I became the champ.
Yeah.
You have to be the champ before you become the champ.
Mike, I could talk to you all day.
Oh, me too.
I want to hang out with you, man.
That's gonna be good. But you know, when I'm hanging out with my wife, I'm a fucking angel. I don't say nothing. You know?
Smart man.
I was at a fight one day.
See, that's learning and evolution.
I saw that.
I was at a fight one day, right? And the lady, and she was an attractive lady, and she walked by me and my wife and said, "Wow, you're really quiet tonight. Miss Tyson, he's really, what's that word she said? He's really a joyful and talkative young man when you're not here." And I was like, "What this bitch talking about?" You're not saying nothing now, Mr. Tyson.
Yeah. No,
Smart.
Yeah, very smart. Very smart.
Don't
Yeah,
say
but
anything.
I could talk with you guys all day. I mean it.
Listen, Mike, know what? Know why people say they don't like? Because listen, you survived the war. And know what? You survived the war. Not only that, you could tell the story they can't. They didn't survive. They should be happy you tell it because you could tell the story. You know what I mean? To make them even relevant. You know what I mean? You survived the war. The guy that survived the war can write the story. You know?
True. Do you know that just about everybody I knew, dead or in prison, mostly dead.
Yeah.
And the guys that are in prison, they're not coming home.
Yeah.
Mostly dead. In only the last 30 some odd years. I mean, and I'm talking about a lot of guys just gone. And I look back and, you know, sometimes you say, why me? Why am I still here?
These guys smarter than me. Yes, guys that are smarter, more connected than me.
Yeah.
And these guys got taken off.
Gone.
But you think about it, but for that transitional moment where you have to have that, like, nah, that's not for me. I'm going to do something different. You'd be the same.
Same.
You'd be the same. My dad had that. My dad grew up in Lower East Side, New York. All of his friends were getting involved, and Cus said, "Is that what you want?" And knowing what that life did to my dad's family, my dad's like, "Nope, I'm going to do something different." And he worked hard to have a different life. That's a pivotal time in life. You make that transition, whatever that epiphany is, that you're like, no more, I'm going to do more. That's where I'm proud of Mike, knowing him as long as I have, since he's 15 years old. And we're brothers. We live together. We train together. We fought with, for, against each other, as brothers would. And I'm proud of him, the trials, the tribulations, the evolution of where he started his life, the circumstances that he didn't ask for. These are circumstances and environments that he was put upon. And to come from there, and how many friends are still alive that you knew, B, stuck in a cycle and a vicious cycle where they've never gotten out of.
Yes, hate of self.
Yeah.
You know?
You got to get out of that. You got to break that.
Everybody's going there. You this top guy, now you don't got nothing.
Yeah.
You're big, everybody's kissing your hand up, now you got nothing.
Yeah.
You kissing hands now.
That's right.
And Michael, let me just finish on that thought, okay? You talked about, Mike, transition, places, yourself. That's why I think Mike got me into politics, and I'm working hard to serve my community. But I talked to Mike, I think Mike's a messenger for a generation about, taking responsibility, making good choices, working hard, and it is going to be difficult, and it is going to be, setbacks. But one of the most common, no matter where, they've done scientific studies, the one commonality with successful people is it's not your economic background. It's not your racial background. It's nothing but grit. If you have grit, no matter what happens, and people with grit will look at any setback as momentary and temporary. When you can have that, and if we can harness that in those that are missing it, and so those that don't quite understand that, and they think it's stacked against them, or the world's racist, or the world's unfair. Yes, it is unfair, but work through it and find your success. Create your opportunities. And you will become successful. Totally. Good choices and hard work will always lead to success.
Bad choices and hard work is It's over.
Done.
You know, you're done. I don't
Yeah.
care how much you work. You're just working for nothing.
I was talking to Chaz Palminteri, and he said it. One decision that he made in his life, it changed everything.
Yeah.
And if he would have made the wrong decision, he wouldn't be what he was today.
Yep.
He'd have been on a show. Who knows what he would have been? He said, but sometimes it's one decision that we make in our life that changes everything, puts us on the right or the wrong path.
Yep.
And sometimes the wrong path is not reversible that easy. Tough, man. Tough. I know a lot of guys, they made that wrong decision. They couldn't come back.
I have a daughter, you have a daughter. They can get in the car with somebody by making a bad choice to go out with somebody that said, oh, you'll like him, go out on a date with him. That guy can be wanted for something. We've seen videotape. Run through a red light because the police are coming after him. A truck smashes, there's an explosion, and your daughter is dead.
But worse than
because of that bad choice right there.
I come from the world that only happens when you do something to people. Imagine somebody you did something to, you roll up to you, you got it in the car. That happened a lot of times with my friends.
Oh, yeah.
Careful the company you
That's
keep,
just the world I come from. You know, nobody just hit you with a car. You did something to somebody and he came back and got you. That's the only world I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I could say this honestly, and Mike, I'm not blowing smoke in any way because I don't want anything from you, but friendship, and I just love being in your company, talking to you too, Tom. But I'm proud of where you came from and what you've become and where you're going. Just from a guy from the neighborhood, I relate to you in a big way, even though we come from different backgrounds. A lot of it is the same, because we understand it. And just to see, where you've gotten yourself now, it's just wonderful.
And listen, I always say this, it's not me, it's Cus. He prepared me for this shit, put me on the path.
Yeah, and I agree. But there's some point in time where you got to take over yourself. You could either continue on Cus's path or not. You can make a decision that way too. But
yeah, we were talking about this the other day, and you're like, what is it about Cus? And I firmly believe Cus unlocked and unleashed that which was trapped inside.
I'm not an easy guy to get inspired. Not at all. When they have to look at me, I know to get up and start doing some road work.
It's unbelievable. And all of these years later, this guy, I almost wish I would have met him just to know him.
Cold,
Special man.
Listen, remember when Tony Solano and those guys came up there?
Yeah.
Were you there when they came up there? They came up there.
No, Tony?
Yeah.
Fat Tony came up?
Yeah. I was like 13, 14 of them.
How did they act?
They're friends.
They act like they're friends. They came up to see him.
Yeah.
And I think Fat Tony lived in the Bronx with him or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, they came up, but I had no idea who they were till this guy did my life story and said, that was them. I said, they look like old man, who can they hurt? But probably outside they had the muscle, huh?
Yes.
I'm looking at these old guys, I said, they ain't no gangsters. These ain't no gangster women. They're just old men.
Let me give you a recap, and you may know a lot of this, and Mike and I, of course, do. But for those that are watching, who was Cus D'Amato? Back when Cus came along, the underworld controlled the sport of boxing. Gambling, and you're going to win, you're going to lose, and the money, a lot of money to be made. So Cus came along, prepared for probably a decade. And there was going to be an eventuality, there's going to be a confrontation, there's going to be an opportunity where he was going to topple the underworld and the monopoly that controlled back when there was only 8 champions, 7 of them were controlled by the organized crime, right? And so Cus single-handedly toppled them with his first champion, the youngest heavyweight champion in the history of boxing, Floyd Patterson. That was Cus's first champion. When you control the heavyweight champion, you control the greatest sports entity that existed at the time.
And everybody thought Cus was against the mob, but he wasn't.
Yeah, no, he toppled them. This is back when the time when the newspaper, all the sports writers, boxing was the big sport, they were all on take. They built somebody up, they tore them down. So they kept tearing down Patterson. They kept attacking Cus. And Cus single-handedly, by himself, no other boxing managers, no other trainer, nobody joined him.
Scared.
They toppled him. And
they were killing guys. These guys were killing guys. What they did to Ray Elfield, I think they beat him up.
They beat you up, they roughed you up if you didn't sign your fighter over. And Cus was uncompromising. And he never allowed. That's a long story. We can talk for hours about Cus. But Mike says an interesting thing about him, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. So Mike, knowing this, Cus was uncompromising. Loyalty was everything to Cus. Cus didn't see my dad for 25, 30 years. I called on the phone. Nikki set it up that I was going to go live in Catskill. I called Cus on the phone. First he goes, hello. I said, Cus, this is Tom Petty. He goes, you know your father left me, don't you?
Oh, it sucks everybody.
I said, I know, Cus, I know. So we go, oh, well, that's what we'll do. I'll talk about that later, right? He was just 30 years later. He's going to talk about it. That was the first thing on his mind. So Cus was so into loyalty, but Mike was so mad at Patterson that Cus made you champion. Why did you? Mike was very held a grudge against Patterson.
Yeah.
And then, but in Mike's book, and it was the which was the last book.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
The one about Cus. What was the last book?
I don't know, man. What? Undisputed Truth.
Undisputed Truth. Is it? Oh shoot! If you forgot the last book you did. So in that book though, reason why Mike understood why Cus always had love and an affinity for Patterson, his champion, his first champion, is because Floyd Patterson brought Cus D'Amato to life. Yeah, he did. The world wouldn't have seen, the world would have never experienced the Cus D'Amato that pioneered so many things.
He liked that power of this.
Yeah.
He wanted to be able to spread his
influence.
Yeah, the influence, whatever the hell. He just wanted people to know he existed, and he was smarter than everybody else.
I heard a lot of things about him just around, but, some good, some bad, but everybody always said he was the greatest trainer, man, everybody.
Trainer, manager,
manager,
everything. And the rumors and all the things that are bad, let me tell you, there's people that wrote, Tommy Gallagher was one of these old trainers, said all these nasty things.
Yeah.
Blatant, outright lies. Blatant lies. And I sat at a table when he was telling these lies about me and Mike up in Catskill, things that were going on. And I told him, I said, I don't know who you are, but every word you're saying is an absolute blatant lie, and I'm calling you on it right now. And he shut his mouth and put his head down. I called him on it. And because I have no idea who that guy was, I have no idea the jealousy or spite he has about Cus, but anything he says about Cus. I get in trouble
because I always hit them when they're talking that shit.
I wasn't a fan of Tommy's.
Big phony.
Yeah.
Big phony.
Yeah.
So.
I gotta always be careful that I forget that I have money to them because I always want to hit them. I forget. Sometimes I forget next time, fuck, I got this lawsuit from this asshole.
Lawsuits, right?
Yeah, but
because they ain't gonna hit your back.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's how they hit you. Guys, I could talk to you all day. I mean it. I hope we get to hang out a little bit.
Well, you live up here with me. I live with 10 minutes away from you.
Yeah.
You guys are close.
Yeah. I was going to say I'll run with you in the morning, but I don't know if I can keep up with you, Mike.
Forget it. Too fast. There's no jogging. It's all go.
I'm working on it, Mike.
Yeah.
I want to be in shape for this one. This is the next one. This one's going to be called Revenge.
And it's in Miami, right?
Yeah, Hard Rock Hotel.
At the Hard Rock?
I can't believe they outbidded
MGM.
MGM,
right?
yeah.
Are we going, Tom?
Yeah.
For sure.
Give me the number of tickets you need. I don't get free tickets, but I'll get us the tickets, and we'll go. Put together a fun group. We'll go.
Free tickets, nigga. Don't listen to me.
I always pay. I'm the one friend of Mike that hasn't taken money from him.
He has wanted to be that way.
We don't give
it. Don't want to be
we don't
paid.
We don't give each other.
Shit.
We help each other out, but it's no freebies. We don't. We're great.
Paid.
After the fight or whenever, I want to take you out to dinner and just laugh and have fun. That's it.
Talk about why we're still here, thriving and shit. And our friends that talk about us is fucking rotting away.
Yeah. I got to tell you now, the internet has become like an alternate mob universe.
Oh, it is.
It's and guys
you get in trouble when they put you on that, boy.
Oh my, guys that you don't even know who the heck they are, or talking, saying.
Yeah.
I never seen anything like it, Tom.
It gives everybody a platform to have an opinion, and
not all opinions.
Not all opinions.
Their name or their face. You don't know who they are.
Not all opinions, and not all people.
Yes.
But think about it, not all opinions and not all people are healthy.
Yeah.
And so somebody's got a platform, and then we, of course, are going to like, wait a minute, hold on, and fight back or stand up and defend. And it's a bizarre universe because you have to really marginalize it and put it in context. And not everything do we defend against. It's like, you know what?
You can't.
Thanks for sharing your opinion. Have a great day.
That's the only way to deal with it, because the more you feed into it, the more feedback you get.
When you think about none of this stuff, it's real. You know what I mean? We're going to die and wake up and find out all that shit was a joke.
Yeah, you're right.
You know?
Yeah.
Guys.
Great, we finally did
Mike.
it.
I'm sorry I didn't do it sooner enough.
I got to hug you, brother.
Yeah. No, that's okay. All the tough guys they had on there.
Yeah.
I met Henry Hill before.
Did you?
At an AA meeting.
Yeah, Henry was a character.
Yeah, he's a comedian, man.
He was a character. Tom, thank you, brother.
You bet.
So there you have it. I know it's a long one, but I'll be honest with you, I could have spoken to Mike all day long. Just, he's just a great guy to talk to. He's honest, he's real, and I loved it. And I hope all of you did too. So that's it. Stay tuned. We got more coming up, a lot of things to follow, and I hope you're enjoying the content. We thank all of you that subscribe, because without you, we wouldn't even have a channel. You have a lot of choices on YouTube, and the fact that you pick mine, I really am appreciative of it. Thank you very much. So that's it for today. How do I always leave you? Same way. Be safe, be healthy. I mean this. God bless all of you. And yes, I'll see you next time.